Gonna do a little shading of my test face, and I'm using purple. This is Deco Art Purple Pizzazz. It's kind of a warm purple, has a good deal of red in it. And I'm also going to use a little bit of matte medium. I always have to check my matte medium bottle because right now I have both matte medium and gesso from Liquitex, and the bottles are really similar. That could be a disaster. So what am I using purple for? This is what is known generally as an undercoat. A lot of artists do this, and they use different colors. Some use ochre, some use blue. And it's to keep your flesh tones from getting too muddy. Because if I use like a brown color, and then I decide to do a flesh tone over the top of the side of my face that's going to be more realistic, it gets very muddy and thick looking and lacking in, I don't know, life, dimension. I don't know what the word is for what it lacks, but I know not to do that. And it's a mistake that a lot of people do. It's a mistake that a lot of people make when they're painting faces. They tend to just like shade dark brown and then a lighter brown and then kind of a peach tone if you're doing a Caucasian flesh tone. And it ends up being kind of horrible. What I'm doing right now is painting in kind of where it's eventually going to be black, but I'm going to do the black probably as a glaze so that a little bit of purple shows through. What am I doing here? I can't tell my positive space from my negative space while I'm painting this. I also have my lovely reference photo printed out. It's not a great print though. I'm kind of wishing that my tablet was charged enough that I could use it rather than a printout. But it's better than not having anything. So I'm going to do this. So this probably looks really messy and like I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And sometimes I don't. But there's going to be a lot of layers of paint over the top of this. and I'm going to have plenty of time to correct. But basically what I'm doing is I'm giving the whole thing the same undercoat so that both sides will pull together. And this also helps you to see things like, there's a great big empty space right here. What should I do about that? Should I put a background in here? Should I put hair on the side? I think that's weird. I don't know. It needs something. So this is helping me see that. This purple will be a great undercoat for some black hair. And I'm probably going to be layering like orange and maybe a little lime green for leaves underneath this. So all of this is just giving me like a base coat to work up from. And I can add back in highlights with white or on the more realistic side, maybe with pink. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that is why I am painting with purple. And I use purple a lot. I really like warm purples for undercoats. And you know, it's one of those things that once I learned that this was the trick to getting more interesting flesh tones, I just picked purple and ran with it. And part of what you're painting when you do an undercoat is reflected light. You want, particularly in shadow, you want not skin tone, you want the reflection of any light that's around. So this kind of gives me the idea that I'm painting a lot of figures that are wandering around in the evening light because it tends to be a little more purple. People who use blue undercoats, those are daylight people. And I don't know what the ochre people are doing. I'm not really sure why anyone uses an ochre undercoat, but some people do. It's one of those old master things. So there you go. This is my purple base, and I'm going to work up from this.